uh, April 26 session ng a review of programming concepts. I've joined you way back then as your host, and I will be joining you at this moment, April 28, 2022, for our session 4. All right. So before we start, we will go back to our program flow. Our program flow involves a quick introduction of this review. All right, so this training will allow you to review the fundamentals of programming concepts, which is a 3-hour review that focuses on algorithm development, control statements that are essential in solving computing problems. This also includes program structures, conditional statements, loops, arrays, functions, and methods. So participants are expected to solve computing problems whenever Mr. 7 pleases. All right. So some of the learning objectives that we'll be having is to implement a problem-solving process in creating a program design, solve computing problems, and of course, our virtual guidelines include some of the following. Fill out the attendance form at the link. Stay hydrated. Have a bottle of or a glass of water with you. Mute your microphone, very important, and answer the question and answer portion through the chat box or through the comment section down below. All right, so the evaluation link is up. It is until 2:59 p.m. So it will be found at the chat box down below here at Zoom, and it will be live in a little moment in the FB page, FB Live. All right, so the digital certificates will be available for at most 5 days. And use your personal email address. Don't use your secondary email address, personal or the primary email address when completing the evaluation forms for the digital certificates to be accessed. All right, to introduce our resource speaker, Mr. 7P Martinez. He is a Bachelor of Science in Computer Science graduate in OLLCF from 2011 to 2013, Master's in Information Technology in the University of Cordilleras, and Doctor in Information Technology in University of the Cordilleras postgraduate. He is the current head of the MIS IT Services of Our Lady of Lourdes College Foundation here at DAET. Let's all welcome Sir 7P Martinez. Sir 7?
Hello po sa lahat. Good afternoon. Thank you, thank you, sir. Excuse me. Okay. Let me share to you my screen. So for this session number 4, I think yung iban dito is present rin kahapon, no? I hope sana lahat ngayon nandito ngayon, you're able to attend the session 1, session 2, and the session 3 last Tuesday. Because for this session, we will be having a simple diagnostic exam related to the ICT proficiency examination. So the concepts outlined in the level 1 examination mostly related yung mga questions here in my simple test. Okay, so yung mga naka-attend lang nung Tuesday, then yung ngayon lang naka-attend, some of you might wonder about the different questions included here. So everything na nandito ngayon sa simple test natin are part of the session 1, session 2, and session 3 review. So anyway, thank you, sir, pala sa introduction, and to all participants. I hope you'd able to answer the different questions for level 1 diagnostic exam, which I'll be posted later on. Okay, so here are the topics that we had discussed for session 1, session 2, and session 3 review. For session 1, we're done with creating program logic design using algorithm, flowcharting, and pseudocode. These are really important part of the diagnostic exam because you will actually write an algorithm and a flowchart of a specific program outlined in the examination. Then for session number 2, again, I had we had conducted a review on the basics of C++ and Java, which includes the different fundamental concepts just like variables, up to operators, and the basic program structures of those two programming language. Then for session number 3, last Tuesday, we're able to finalize the program structures, especially the conditional and looping. Then I gave you some overview about arrays and of course the program simulation activity. Now for session number 4 this afternoon, we will have first a diagnostic exam for level 1. So expected na you will be able to answer all these questions because of session 1, session 2, and session 3 review that we had conducted before. However, don't expect that the questions posted here will be the same with the actual diagnostic exam of the Department of Information and Communications Technology for level 1, no? Because what I included here is just irrelated questions that I had experienced during my examination. Okay, so given naman sa DICT, sa outline ng examination, yung mga topics na kailangan yung pag-aralan. So I get some important concepts dun sa mga topics outlined just like database, software development. Then I included here in my in this simple test. Now this diagnostic exam is composed of 45 questions. Some questions will have up to 2 minutes and some is up to some are up to 4 minutes. So in all, the simple test will end at 3 o'clock p.m. Then after that, we will have a short discussion or explanation rather about the solutions dun sa mga questions na yun. Bakit ito yung tamang answer, why it is the correct or appropriate solution. Then after that, we will have a discussion about function, method, object, and classes. Because we will be going we will be discussing na the preparation for the actual examination or the hands-on, which is the level 2 part of the ICT proficiency examination. Okay, so you need to have a knowledge or background in object-oriented if you will be using Java or .NET, .NET language. And of course, more on functions, if you will be using C or C++ or probably assembly language or other procedural programming language na familiar kayo. And of course, level 2 examination, you will solve 2 problems wherein you need to have a background in text file manipulation. So I will discuss how to access and write data into a text file in C++, and more yung mga examples natin will be more on the application ng Java. So we will be using NetBeans kasi may problem dito sa command prompt ko ngayon. Then after that, we will have a discussion on the different object-oriented concepts. What is inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction, encapsulation, and overriding, or probably method overloading. Then this part, itong logic and programming, are really important in if you will be taking level 2 hands-on examination. Because sabi ko nga nung Tuesday, we don't know kung ano yung problem set na mapupunta sa'yo. So better that you are prepared, you have a background and knowledge on how to solve series, problems, sequences, summation, how to determine if a number is odd or even, prime numbers, or divisible by this kind of number, how to check if the string is a palindrome, how to create multiples of a certain number, factorial, GCF, GCD, LCM, FISBAS, Caesar Cipher, and we will have a programming activity for level 2. So I will be using the different programs na sinosolve namin when we compete sa regional programming competition. Then I will be giving some tips for level 1, level 2 exam so that you will be prepared on June if you will really pursue to take the diagnostic exam, and if you pass, the level 2 hands-on examination. So for those who are asking my profile in LinkedIn and GitHub, you can follow me in LinkedIn because I have some community there na pwede nyong makuha para mas, kasi I have several companies known and some are my friends. So pwede nyong kunin yung mga contacts na yun so that if you will be applying for a job, you have ang tawag doon, meron kang malaking connections. So I also uploaded some projects in GitHub. Okay, but if you will be asking for materials for this session number 1, for this session number 1 up to session number 4, just PM Sir Paulo, because they will be the one to source out to everyone for those attendees last Tuesday and this session. So we will be having a program simulation activity for level 1. Now, I know some of you or most of you are familiar with the kahoot.it. Now, enter it in your browser, kahoot.it, then enter the pin 022823999. Okay, so I have 45 questions uploaded there that you will be answering para ma-practice ninyo yung sarili ninyo dun sa mga concepts na expected or probably will be included in the diagnostic examination by June. Okay, so I will pause for an hour, go to the kahoot.it website, then enter the pin 0228239. Okay, now we will monitor yung kayo dito. Please enter, pagdating sa nickname, if you will be asked your nickname, please enter your full name. Okay, because we will be using that also for the issuance of the certificate, because this is one of the activity ninyo, especially for session number 4. We will use the results of this as a reference if you're ready na to take the diagnostic examination. Okay, so you may start answering the questions posted in kahoot.it. Okay, then the same with last meeting Tuesday, do 4 lang yung questions. Now we will give some prize dun sa top 3 ulit na makakuha ng ng mataas na score. Take note that in Kahoot, the way they score you is yung speed is binibigyan ng score and the accuracy. So, pwede kang mag-top 1 kahit hindi mo na perfect yung test, or probably yung top 2 is 25 lang yung nakuhang tama. 25 yung nakuhang tama, then yung top 1 is 20 lang yung nakuhang tama, pero siya ang nag-top 1. Why? Because kasama sa scoring ng Kahoot yung speed, kung gaano ka kabilis sumagot doon sa question. Okay? Pero hindi naman ito pabilisan. Ang kwan dito, ang importante rito is you will be able to answer all questions correctly. Okay, so good luck on your activity. We will end at 3 p.m. Then after that, we will have a discussion on the solution. Now, if you have a problem with your full name, you may, if you have 2 or more names, just make it an initial, but the important is the last name. Okay? You put your last name, then comma, then your initial. So the format should be ganito na lang. Your last name, comma, then your first name. If hindi kasya, gawin nyo na lang na initial. Make it okay, and nagalog ko na para so there are 23 players na currently accessing or answering the questions.
Answer man daw ko. Ha? Ano yan? Dadog punta ka. Kahoot.it. Kala mo ha. Ano password
Hello,
yan?
Ma'am Cindy. Open po yung mic natin.
Turn off ko lang po yung camera ko, no? I'll be preparing some presentation later. Ay, hello. Good afternoon. Dun sa question ni Mr. John Abel, tanong ko lang po sana required po kaya magsagot kasi nakasali lang po ako ng third session yun na po. Yes po. Even ngayon lang po kayo sumali, you need to answer the activity so as you have an idea kung ano yung typical na questions or format ng test pagdating sa diagnostic exam. So, whether na malay po natin makuha nyo naman yung tamang sagot because you're familiar with the concept o kaya naman is you remember during nag-aaral ka ng baccalaureate degree mo, na-remember mo yung concept na yun na ganito pala yung tamang sagot. So at the important here is that na-refresh yung knowledge mo and nare-review ka dun sa mga concepts na dati mo nang pinag-aralan at dun sa mga concepts na ngayon mo palang na-encounter. So it's okay lang po. It doesn't matter naman kung ilan yung score na makuha po niyo. As long as na you take the exam or the test and you learn the different concepts and nagkaroon ka ng idea. Doon naman kay Sir Bato or what do I call you? Or Romer Bato. Pang-zoom lang po kayo ng signal, sir. Just try lang po sa browser or kasi kung kaya po ng Zoom, I think kaya siya kaya niyo yung Kahoot. Medyo light lang naman yung yung data na kinukonsume ni Kahoot.it. Just try nyo lang po. Hanggang 3 PM naman po yung kanal.